Welcome to a time of great uncertainty. Pandemics, unaffordable housing, raging gas prices, supply chain issues, food shortages. Should I continue? Not to make you paranoid, but if there ever was a time to start learning about being self-sufficient, it's probably now. Apart from that, growing your own food can be an incredibly rewarding experience. Not only does it provide you with fresh, delicious produce, but it can also save you money. For those looking to maximize their yield, there are certain vegetables that are proven to be the highest yielding. From root vegetables to leafy greens, we'll be exploring the ones that will give you the most bang for the buck. With each vegetable listed, I will provide how much you need to plant and yield to feed an average adult. Let's start with potatoes. A row length of 21 feet or 6.4 meters will yield 25 pounds or 11.3 kilos. It takes from 90 to 110 days to harvest. Up next is beetroot. A row length of 4 feet or 1.2 meters will yield you 3.5 pounds or 1.5 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it will be ready from 50 to 70 days. Next we got carrots. Planting a row of 8 feet or 2.4 meters will yield you 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it takes about 65 to 75 days. Fourth on our list is cabbage. Planting a row of 13 feet or 4 meters will yield you 15 pounds or 4.6 kilograms. To harvest, you will need to wait from 60 to 100 days. Up next is kale. If you plant a row in length of 1 foot or 30 centimeters, it can yield you up to 1 pound or 450 grams. And from seed to harvest, it takes from 50 to 55 days to grow. Next high-yielding vegetable on the list is lettuce. Row length of 12 feet or 3.65 meters will yield you up to 6 pounds or 2.7 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it takes 30 to 70 days. This will depend highly on the variety and timing. Seventh on the list is spinach. Planting a row length of 6 feet or 1.8 meters will yield you 3 pounds. And from seed to harvest, it takes up to 45 days, which is really quick. Next vegetable we will be looking at is cucumber. If you plant a row length of 4 feet or 1.2 meters, it can yield you up to 8 pounds or 3.6 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it takes from 50 to 70 days, which makes it a really efficient vegetable to grow. Ninth on the list we got cauliflower. Planting a row length of 10 feet or 3 meters will yield you 9 pounds or 4.1 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it takes from 50 to 60 days. 10th and final on the list is celery. Planting a row length of 1 foot or 30 centimeters will yield you 4 pounds or 1.8 kilograms. From seed to harvest, it takes up to 140 days. This is on the longer side, but having the ability to grow a lot of it in a small space makes it worthwhile. Now as a bonus, I wanted to include tomatoes. Even though technically they are a fruit, most of us see them as vegetables, and them being such a high yielding option, I had to include them. Planting a row length of 15 feet or 4.6 meters will yield you 24 pounds or 10.9 kilograms. From seed to harvest, they take only 60 to 85 days, making it a no-brainer to have in your garden. Now that we have looked at some of the highest yielding crops to grow, let's look at some tips for maximizing your yield. One of the most important things to consider is soil quality. Make sure you are using well-drained, fertile soil for the best results. Additionally, make sure you are using the right amount of fertilizer and water for your crops. Too much or too little can result in lower yields. Also, make sure you are rotating your crops each season. This will help prevent soil depletion and disease. Another important factor to consider is pest control. Make sure you are using the right methods for controlling pests in your garden or farm. This includes using natural methods such as companion planting and encouraging beneficial insects. Make sure to do your research and use methods that are the safest and most effective for your crops. Finally, make sure you are harvesting your crops at the right time. Different crops require different harvesting times, so make sure you are harvesting them when they are at their peak. This will ensure that you are getting the most out of your yield. In addition to the tips mentioned above, there are also certain pieces of equipment that can help you maximize your yield. One of the most important pieces of equipment is a rototiller. This will help you loosen and aerate your soil, resulting in better drainage and more nutrients for your crops. Additionally, you may want to consider investing in a sprayer or spreader to help you apply fertilizer or pesticide more evenly. You may also want to consider investing in a greenhouse or hoop house to extend your growing season and protect your crops from pests and weather conditions. This brings us to the end of the video. Support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe button.